we are seen. We are going to express the problem in terms of the uh, okay. So just I'll turn the page. Okay, fine. So in this method, this is called as shifting and sliding method. So here what we are going to do is we find the convolution of the sequences. So in this method, what we are seeing is first case we are seeing, okay, first case we are seeing, that is the overlapping sequences we are seeing, overlapping sequences. Afterwards we are seeing, so before overlapping and after that one overlapped sequence we are seeing here. Okay, so I'm going to take the example of this one. So at n is equal to 0, it is starting getting overlapped here. After the sequence is keep on moving here. Okay, so this part is getting overlapped with the last sequence here. Afterwards, there is no overlapping of the sequences here. And similarly, when I'm going to shift towards the negative direction, when I'm going to shift the sequence towards the negative direction, there is no overlapping here. So that is, here there is no overlapping of the sequence. Between this range to this range, the signal will be getting overlapped here. So after this range, the signal will be getting overlapped. Once it crosses the range of this one, the signal is not getting overlapped here. Okay, so getting the concept, so no overlapping region. Okay, afterwards again there is no overlapping region here. Correct now. So the same concept you're going to follow. Same concept you're going to follow. Here also you're going to follow the same concept here. Okay, the concept is we are going to take the waveform of the sequences we are going to take here. We are going to take the waveform of the sequences we are going to take here. So we are going to run the x of k, which is called alpha to the power of k into u of k, and h of k beta to the power of k into u of k we written here. Now we are going to perform the shifting of the signal we are going to take here. Shifting of the signal we are going to take, when the shifting is nothing but we are going to shift the signal towards the left side by n units we are going to shift, then we are going to take the reflection here. Okay, I'm going to repeat this problem again here. So done, right? Okay, so many of them has joined, fine. Okay, so I'll take for the sequence h of k, I'm going to take here. So h of k is the but, so it is beta to the power of k into u of k. H of k is equal to beta to the power of k into u of k. So video clarity is there, right? Clarity is there in the video?
Yes. Yes,
okay.
sir.
Yeah, fine. So next I'm going to take h of n minus k I want. So this is the but h of minus k plus n here. Minus k plus n. So first we are going to take the shifting of the sequence you are going to take here, h of k plus n. H of k plus n means the sequence h of k. So I'm going to write the sequence h of k. H of k is nothing but this one. Okay, so this is h of k. This is h of k. So this is so h of k. So it is alpha to the power of k into u of k. Okay, so this is starting from 0, 1, 2, and so on. This is the value 1. Okay, alpha to the power of k, sorry, beta to the power of, not alpha, beta to the power of k into u of k. So right. So next what you are going to do is we are going to shift the sequence h of k plus n, means the sequence will be shifted towards the left side by n units. I'm going to shift here n units. So the sequence will be like this. Okay, we don't know what's the value of n. Okay, so this is called as h of k plus n. This is called as h of k plus n. H of k plus n. This location will be. So it is k plus n. Let us assume that k plus n here. Okay, so the negative time index is there. I'm not going to worry about the negative time index. Let us say k plus n here. We are going to shift the signal towards the n units towards the left direction here. So this is 0. So this is alpha to the power of k. Okay, so u of k plus n here. U of k plus n. Okay, we are going to shift the signal towards the left side by n units here. It is alpha to the power of k into u of k plus n. So don't worry about the power of this one here. Time being, no need to worry at all. Okay, so because the power we are going to multiply in terms of the time index, we are going to multiply. Sorry, this is beta, not alpha. Beta to the power of k into u of k plus n here. So right. Next, I want the signal called h of n minus k. So this is also nothing but the h of minus k plus n I need here. H of minus k plus n. So video clarity is there, right? Because in my mobile I'm not getting the clarity.
Yes, sir, clarity.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
clarity.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. So next, this is h of k plus n here. For this one, I need to take the reflection here. Okay, I need to take the reflection. When I take the reflection, this will go that side and it will come this side here. So assume that the signal will be like this here. This is h of k plus n. So I'm going to take the like this will be there. So this is h of minus k plus n, or this is also nothing but h of n minus k. Okay, so don't worry about the origin and all. So just you can assume this is nothing but n here. This is nothing but n. Okay, so n plus n, this will be n. Okay, the signal will be shifted like this here. So this is beta to the power of k. Beta to the power of k. Just I can assume like this here. So don't worry about the what is the amplitude. Best we are going to worry about the value of the n here. We are going to worry about the value of the n. Okay. So got it now? I'll explain once again the 3 steps what I did here. First I return h of k, which is nothing but beta to the power of k into u of k. I return here. It is going to start like this. Next I am going to shift the signal towards the right side like this. The signal has been shifted like this. So it is h of shifted towards the left side by n units. It is going to be shifted here, n units. Okay, so this is the n. It is going to be shifted here, n units. Now when I take the reflection, the reflected sequence will become equal to the like this here. It will become this will go to positive or negative, and this will come to a negative side here. It has become like this here. So this is beta to the power of k, beta to the power of k here, and this is the sequence I am going to call it as the h of n minus k. We are going to call here h of n minus k. We are going to call. So this is a sequence called beta to the power of k here. So right, done. Done, right? Okay, fine. Now I am going to draw the waveform neatly. I am going to plot it here. So this is the signal which is called h of n minus k. This is the sequence called h of n minus k. Okay, so this is the k index. So the signal will be like this. It will be there. So this one I am going to call as beta to the power of k. Beta to the power of k, because whatever the shift is there, so we can call this as beta to the power of k here. And this axis, the first sequence is nothing but n we are going to call here. N we are going to call. Done. Okay. So this is the sequence h of n minus k we got here. H of n minus k. How we obtained is we have first draw the signal h of k. Next shifted towards the left side by n units here. Shifted towards the left side by n units. Next we have taken the reflection. The reflected sequence is become like this here, like this. Okay. Now I'm going to take another signal which is called x of k. X of k is equal to alpha to the power of k into u of k here. Alpha to the power of k into u of k. I'm going to plot it here. So alpha to the power of k into u of k. The signal will be like this here. So it is going to be here. This one, like this. We are going to have the n number of samples will be there. Infinite number of samples. So this is x of k. It is going to start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So this is alpha to the power of k into u of k. Alpha to the power of k into u of k. Okay. This is beta to the power of k into u of k. Just a link. This is beta to the power of k. This is alpha to the power of k here. Done. Okay. So here we have shifted the sequence. So it is h of n minus k. No. So we have shifted the sequence. We can write this one as beta to the power of n minus k. We can write here. Okay. So sorry, I forgotten. So since we have shifted the sequence, I'm going to call this one as a beta to the power of n minus k. I'm going to write here beta to the power of k into n minus k. So here also I can write as beta to the power of. So this is k plus n. Okay, because we are shifted here, and this is beta to the power of n minus k. We can call here. Okay. So kindly make that change. Because from h of k, we obtained the h of n minus k by replacing k by the n minus k. So we got like this here, beta to the power of n minus k. And this is alpha to the power of k into u of k we got here. Okay, so now actually we are going to take the cases of n where there is no overlapping region, there is a overlapping region, and non-overlapping region we can take it here. Okay, so got it now? So any doubts in drawing the waveforms? Any doubts in drawing the waveform? Because drawing the waveforms is very, very important here. Later taking the cases are very easy. Later taking the cases are very easy. So, okay, video clarity is there, right? It is there, I guess.
Yes, sir. Clarity is
okay.
there.
So, any doubts in drawing the waveforms? If you have any doubts, I will explain once again, because this drawing the waveforms is very, very important here. Okay. So what I did here, first I draw the waveform h of k into beta to the power of, that is h of k I drawn, which is beta to the power of k into u of k, starting from 0 up to the infinity it is there. So based on the u of k, I'm plotting the waveform here. So next I shifted a sequence towards the left side by n units. So this has become beta to the power of n plus k, n plus k. Next, I took the reflection. So when I took the reflection, this has become beta to the power of n minus k. It has happened here. Beta to the power of n minus k. The signal will be like this here, n minus k. Okay, so the signal will be like this. Now we have the waveform for the h of n minus k, and we have the waveform for the x of k. So these are the waveforms here. These are the waveforms as per the formula x of k into h of n minus k is there. Now we are going to vary the value of n. We are going to vary the value of n. First case is non-overlapping region. Non-overlapping region. Next one is the overlapping region will be there here. Overlapping region, so that the product will encounter here. Like in the previous problems we had done, no. So there is less than n is equal to 0 like that. So non-overlapping and overlapping region here. So right. Next I'm going to take the first case I am going to take here. So case one. Case one. When n is less than 0, because the x of k is going to start from 0 up to the infinity, it will be there. 0 up to the infinity, it will be there. So first case I am going to take when n is less than 0, I am going to take here. When n is less than 0. So when n will be less than 0, n will be less than 0. So there is no overlapping of the waveforms will be there here. Okay, when n is less than 0, there is no overlapping of the waveforms. Okay, so done. Getting right? Any doubts? Is it audible, right? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so okay, fine. So first case I'm going to take when n is less than 0. So when n is less than 0, I'm going to take here. So when n is less than 0, so case 1 you can take when n is less than 0. So when n is less than 0, you can see here. So there is no overlapping of the sequences here. So there is no overlapping of the sequences here. Okay. So when n is less than 0, there is no overlapping of the sequences. So what we can do is, so you can write, you got the concept here, no? N is less than 0, so no overlapping of the sequences. So therefore, you can write, there is no overlapping of the sequences. There is no overlapping of the sequences. There is no overlapping of the sequences. Therefore, the product y of n will be equal to the 0 will be there here. The product y of n will be equal to the 0 will be there because there is no overlapping of the sequences. So right. Okay, so fine. Next one is the case 2 I am going to take here. Case 2, when n is greater than 0. When n is greater than 0, when this n is greater than 0 means there is a overlapping of the sequences will encounter here. Overlapping of the sequences will encounter. So how the overlapping of the sequences will encounter? I'm going to plot the waveform here. Okay, so by making reference of these waveforms, I'm going to plot the waveforms. I'm going to plot it here. So first case, I'm going to plot the x of k. I'm going to plot here. X of k I'm going to plot. So this will be x of k will be like this. So at k is equal to 0. Next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. It will be there. This is k. So this is x of k, which will be equal to the alpha to the power of k into u of k. Okay. So next one is when there is overlapping of the sequences, I'm going to move the n towards the positive axis here. So the n will be like this. You're going to get the overlapped sequences somewhere like this. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So this will be 0, 1 up to the n. Okay, so this is h of n minus k, and the corresponding sequence is beta to the power of n minus k. Beta to the power of n minus k. So forget about the u of k. So there is no need to write here because we are reflected in terms of the time index. We have been reflected here. Okay, so got it now. So this is n here. I'm going to move the n towards the overlapping range, and I'm going to move the n towards the overlapping range like this here. So it is going to be overlapped from 0 to the n. The sequence will be getting overlapped here. From 0 to the n, the sequence will be getting overlapped here when you take the product here. So the sequence will become. So it is when I take the product, the sequence will be somewhere like this here. Somewhere like this. So the product will be alpha to the power of k into beta to the power of n minus k. The overlapping region is from 0 to the n. It is getting overlapped here. So this is called x of k, the product with h of n minus k here. You're getting the concept right? Okay, I'm going to take the case when n is greater than 0. N is greater than 0 means, so I'm going to move n towards the positive axis here. So when I move towards the positive axis, so you can see these sequences from 0 to the up to n, the sequence will be getting overlapped here. So before 0, the product will be 0. After n, the product will be 0. So the product will be getting overlapped like this here. It is getting overlapped in this region. That is from 0 to n, it is getting overlapped here. Okay. So 0 to n, it is getting overlapped. So there is no need of writing this product waveform. Just for indication, I have written here. Okay, because when you take the product, the waveforms will be not appear like this, because depending on the magnitude, the waveforms will be having the different magnitudes will be there. So right, I'm going to write the mathematical expression. So from 0 to n, there is a overlapping of the sequences will be there. That is y of n is equal to summation. Okay, k can take the value because we have the summation in terms of the k, it is there. We have the summation in terms of the k. From where it is getting overlapped is, this is a k region, it is getting overlapped from 0 to the n. So 0 to the n, the product is alpha to the power of k is this value. Alpha to the power of k is this value here. Okay, and this one is beta to the power of n minus k is this value will be there here. Done, right? Video clarity is there, right? Clarity is there in the video?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So right, we got the product now. So from 0 to n, it is getting overlapped here. So we got the summation as from k is equal to 0 to n, alpha to the power of k into beta to the power of n minus k we got here. So done. So next, let us move the terms. So I can write summation k can take the value 0 to the n here. So alpha to the power of k. I can write beta to the power of n minus k as beta to the power of n into beta to the power of minus k. Beta to the power of n into beta to the power of minus k. Okay, done. Now we can take beta to the power of n is not a function of summation. I can take outside and you can treat as a constant here. I can treat this one as a constant here. So it has become so y of n will become equal to the summation k is equal to 0 to n. So beta to the power of n, I'm going to take outside the summation. The remaining terms is alpha by beta to the power of k I can take here. Alpha by beta to the power of k. Alpha by beta to the power of k we can take here. Done. Okay. So we got like this. So this is the sum of finite terms are there. We have seen the sum of finite terms formula. That is, we have summation n is equal to 0 to the n. Okay. So a to the power of n is equal to 1 minus a to the power of n plus 1 divided by 1 minus a, provided a should be less than 1 year, or a should not be equal to 1 year. A should not be equal to 1, or a is less than 1. Okay. So this formula we have here already. I have given the list of the formulas in the first module. Okay, so this is in terms of alpha and beta. Alpha is also less than 1, beta is also less than 1 year. Okay, I given the condition here. So we can apply sum of finite terms formula. So y of n will become beta to the power of n. Beta to the power of n is equal to, so 1 minus alpha by beta to the power of n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 divided by, so 1 minus alpha by beta will get here. 1 minus alpha by beta. Then 1 minus alpha by beta will get here. So this is the sum of finite terms formula. So here the value of the condition is that alpha a should not be equal to 1. That is, alpha by beta should not be equal to 1, or alpha should not be equal to beta. If alpha is equal to beta, what will happen here is, so 1 minus alpha by beta is equal to same, both are same. Alpha by beta will become 1 here. So 1 minus 1 will become infinity. It will become 0. So 1 by 0 will become infinity here. Okay, so this is for the case n is greater than or equal to 0 here. This is for the case n is greater than or equal to 0. Then this is for the case n is greater than or equal to 0. Got it? Now let us summarize the value of the y of n here. So y of n will be equal to 0 for n is less than 0, and it is beta to the power of n into, okay, even if you want to simplify, you can simplify here, or you can leave like this only. So alpha by beta to the power of n plus 1 divided by 1 minus alpha by beta Okay, so this is for the case n is greater than or equal to 0 here. Okay, so you can leave like this, or you can, if you want to simplify, you can simplify like this. You can do simplification, so we can do it here. Done, right? Suppose if alpha is equal to beta, we need to find the condition here. When alpha is equal to beta, what will happen? Let us see that condition here. Okay, so this is a case for alpha is not equal to beta. Alpha is not equal to beta. Done? Done, right? Now let us see for the case alpha is equal to beta, what will be the answer you are going to get here if alpha is equal to beta. Okay, if alpha is equal to beta, let us see what will be the condition we'll get here. Now let us call this as equation number 1 we have. This is the equation number 1 we have here. This is the equation number 1 we have here. So I'm going to call this as equation 1. So in the equation 1, let us substitute. In the equation 1, let alpha is equal to beta. Let us substitute alpha is equal to beta. So what will happen is, so y of n is equal to, so beta is there. Let us keep beta as beta only, beta to the power of n. So summation will become k is equal to 0 to the n into 1 will get here into 1. When I'm going to add the 1 from 0 to the n, so this will become equal to, so beta to the power of n into, this will become n plus 1 will get here. If I add the k is equal to 0, it is 1, k is equal to 1, it is 1. So like that, if you are going to add, this will become n plus 1 here. So we can say this is for alpha is equal to beta, and also the for case n is greater than or equal to 0 here. N is greater than or equal to 0. So this is the value you're going to get. So let me add this also here. So it is beta to the power of n into n plus 1 for alpha is equal to beta, and also n is greater than or equal to 0 here. N is greater than or equal to 0. Done, right? Difficulty? Okay, shall I solve this problem again? Shall I solve this problem again? Understood?
Understood, sir.
Okay, so I'll take another problem of a similar kind. So done, right? Other problem I'll take of similar kind. So take the next problem. So everyone understood? Everyone understood, right? So can I get the reply?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about others? What about others? No reply. Okay. So take the problem, next problem. Find y of n is equal to x of n convolution with h of n. Y of n is equal to x of n convolution with h of n. So take x of n is equal to u of n, and h of n is equal to 3 by 4 to the power of n into u of n. 3 by 4 to the power of n into u of n. Okay, done. My voice is audible, right? So any doubts with the previous problem? Any doubts with the previous problem?
No, sir.
Okay, fine.
No, sir.
Yeah. So now we have the sequence x of n is equal to u of n into 3 and h of n 3 by 4 into n into u of n is there here. So here among this one is a bit simplest one when compared to this one here. So what I'll do is I'm going to introduce a shift in the x of n. I'm going to introduce because this is the simplest one. Okay, so this one I'm going to keep like that only. I'm going to keep here. So I'm not going to introduce any shift in this sequence. So let us take y of n is equal to. Okay, I'm going to take the convolution of the sequence x of n with the h of n. Okay, x of n with the h of n. I'm going to introduce the shift in the. I'm going to introduce the shift in the x of k, so that the formula will become summation k is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity h of k into x of n minus k will get here. N minus k. Okay, n minus k will get here. Now the sequence h of k is nothing but it is 3 by 4 to the power of n into u of n. 3 by 4 to the power of n into u of n. So I want h of k. So h of k is nothing but, so it is a 3 by 4 to the power of k into u of k, 3 by 4 to the power of k into u of k. So what I'm going to do is, in order to avoid the confusion, I'm not going to write the expression for the 3 by 4. I'm not going to include, because the factor will be, it is something called decreasing waveform you're going to get here. So I'm going to write the waveform for the u of k. I'm going to write time being, okay, and 3 by 4 to the power of k into u of k I'm going to use in the expression I'm going to use here. Okay, so the waveform for h of k will become like this. So this is h of k. So if I want 3 by 4, you can include like this also. So this is at k is equal to 0. This will become 1 here. So at k is equal to 1, it is 3 by 4. Like this, it will be the decreasing waveform will be there, because the 3 by 4 is less than 1. So it is exponentially decaying signal. We'll get like this here. So this is k. So this one you can call it as 3 by 4 to the power of k into u of k. You can write here. Got it right? Got it now? Okay. So
Yes,
this is h of k. Next, I want x of k. So x of k is nothing but it is u of k. X of k is nothing but u of k, and I want x of n minus k. I want here. So x of n minus k is nothing but x of minus k plus n. Just I'm rewriting the waveforms here. I'm rewriting the expression here. Okay. So x of minus k plus n. So which is nothing but u of n minus k here. U of n minus k. So from the u of k, I need to obtain the u of n minus k. How to obtain? I'll do step by step here. So right. So any doubts in drawing the waveform for h of k?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So I'm going to draw the waveform for the x of n minus k in the first step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the waveform for the x of k. So x of k is nothing but it is u of k. So this is having the value 1 from 0 is less than k is less than the infinity. Okay. So the value of x of k will become like this. It is starting from 0, 1. All the values will be 1 only. So up to the infinity it will be 1. So this is k. This is x of k. This is nothing but u of k. The magnitude is 1 will be there here. The magnitude will be 1 will be there. So right. If you have any doubts, you can ask me now itself. Okay, because we are going to solve still the more complicated problems you are going to solve. So at that time, if you're not going to understand this basic problem, later it will be a bit difficult to be there here. So right, x of k we got here. Next, I'm going to take the x of n plus k. I'm going to write here. So in the second step, I'm going to find out the x of n plus k. X of n plus k is nothing but I'm going to shift the sequence towards the left side by n units. I'm going to shift it here. So this is x of n plus k. I'm going to shift the sequence towards the left side by n units. Like this, I'm going to shift here. Okay, so like this. This is k. Okay, n units is nothing but, so it is x of k plus n. K plus n is nothing but we can write this one as a, you know how to write x of k minus of minus n here. So this will become minus n here. Minus n. So it will be shifted like this here. This is starting location is minus n. Like this, it will be shifted here. Because in order to represent graphically, this is minus n, something like that. Or even if you forget minus also, no problem, not an issue at all. Okay, so you can write like this here. Now, I want in the third step, I'm going to draw the signal called x of minus k plus n. Minus k plus n is nothing but minus a go to the positive axis, minus n go to the positive axis here. When minus n go to the positive axis, the waveform will be completely reflected. So I'm going to draw the reflected waveform, something like this here. So like this. Okay, I'm going to call this one n here. So this one somewhere else I'm going to call, because we don't know what's the value of n here. I don't know whether it is less than origin or greater than origin. I can call this one as x of n minus k. I can call here. So this is a k, and the corresponding amplitude is nothing but 1 will be there. Corresponding amplitude will be the 1. So we can call like this. Okay, so video clarity is there, right? Clarity is there in the video?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. If it is not there, kindly let me know. So done. Now we have drawn the waveforms here. So what we have done is, I'll repeat. First, I have taken the, among these two, I identify which is the simplest one. So because I don't want to make you to get burden. Okay. So what I did is, I introduced the shift in the simplest sequence I introduced here. So we got h of k into x of n minus k. So we have written h of k. H of k is nothing but 3 by 4 to the power of k into u of k. We know what is u of k. It is 1 from 0 to the infinity. So we have drawn the waveform here. Next, X of k is nothing but it is u of k here we are taken, and we want x of n minus k. So in the first step, I drawn x of k, that is simplest u of k only. Okay. Second step, I written x of n plus k, means I should take the shifted the sequence towards the negative axis by minus n units. Next, I have taken the reflection. When I take the reflection, minus n has become equal to the plus n like this here. Since I don't know all value of n here, I have written the waveform like this here without the origin. Okay, so this is a waveform we got here. So finally we got this waveform, and this is the final we got here. I'm going to, I think you have taken these two waveforms. Okay, now by considering this one, we are going to take the non-overlapped region, and overlapped region we are going to take here. We are going to take the non-overlapping of the sequences, and overlapping of the sequences we are going to take here. Turn right. Okay. So I'm going to draw the sequence again. If you want, you can draw one by other. Okay, or else you can just leave it here, no problem, because just for your clarity, I'm drawing the sequence. So this is x of k. I'm plotting like this. Okay, so this is k, and this is x of this is h of k, not x of k, h of k. So which is nothing but 3 by 4 to the power of k into u of k, starting from 0. The other sequence, which is called as x of n minus k, So this is the kth axis. I'm not going to denote origin. Why? Because we don't know the value of n. That's why there is no origin. We are not going to consider any origin. Okay, so this is minus k. So this is n. So like that, the sequence will be there. So we don't know what are the values here. So just I'm writing n here. That's it here. Now let us take the cases here. So these are the waveforms are clear. Once we draw the waveforms, next are the two steps only we are left out here. Okay, so drawing the waveforms is bit difficult. Okay, it's not difficult. If you know how to draw the waveforms, you can do step by step it here. As I told, you can draw the waveforms here. So case one, let us take. What is the case one? What's the case one? Can you hear me?
When n lesser than equal to 0.
Not equals, lesser than 0. Okay,
Yes.
So non-overlapping, lesser than 0. Okay, very good, excellent. Okay, the case one is when n is less than 0. When n is less than 0 means there is no overlapping of the sequence, like what we are written here exactly. Okay, so there is no overlapping of the sequences. Therefore, y of n is equal to 0 for n is less than 0. Done. Okay, the next case is when n is greater than 0, you're going to take here. So when n is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so let us draw the waveform for n is greater than or equal to 0. All right. When n is greater than or equal to 0, let us draw the waveforms here. So I'm going to draw the waveform for n is greater than 0. Okay, so it is this is h of k. Okay, here it is there. So this one. So okay, so this is 3 by 4 to the power of k, starting from 0. Okay, u of k, it has been reflected in the time index here. Next, x of n minus k, it is having the value 1. So I'm going to move the n towards some randomly. I'm going to move it here. So it will be something like this. So this is 0, and still the waveform will be continued till the minus infinity. So this is n 0. So when you take the product of this one, okay, here somewhere n will be there. Here somewhere n will be there. When I take the product of this one, so for n is less than 0, there is no sequence. Here some sequence is there 1. So there is no overlapping of the waveforms. From 0 to n. Okay, this is, it will be defined till the positive axis. It has been defined here like this. Okay, so from up to n, there is a waveforms is there. It is getting overlapped here, and after n, there is no overlapping of the waveforms here. There is no overlapping of the waveforms, so that we can write y of n is equal to, the overlapping will take place in the summation So this is the k axis. So k can take the value 0 to the n. It will take here 0 to the n. The value of this one from 0 to n is 1 year, and the value of this one from 0 to n is 3 by 4 to the power of k. 3 by 4 to the power of k. Now you can apply the sum of finite terms formula and you can find the solution here. Okay, done, right? So we have find sum of finite terms formula, summation n is equal to 0 to n, sorry, summation k is equal to 0 to n. So alpha to the power of something k, which is nothing but 1 minus alpha to the power of n plus 1 divided by 1 minus alpha, provided alpha should not be equal to 1. So as per this one, we'll get y of n is equal to 1 minus 3 by 4 to the power of n plus 1 divided by 1 minus 3 by 4. 1 minus 3 by 4. So obviously 3 by 4 is not equal to 1. Done. Done, right? Any doubts in this one? So now let us simplify 1 minus 3 by 4. It is 1 by 4 here. Correct now? 1 minus 3 by 4 is 1 by 4. 1 by 4 is the thing, but when you go to numerator, it will become 4 here. So y of n is equal to, so it is 4 into 1 minus 3 by 4 to the power of n plus 1. n plus 1. So for the value n is greater than or equal to 0 here. N is greater than or equal to 0. And later, therefore, we can summarize. So y of n is equal to 0 for n is less than 0. And it is 4 into 1 minus 3 by 4 to the power of n plus 1 for n is greater than or equal to 0. For n is greater than or equal to 0. Done?
Hi, students.
Done?
Sir.
Okay, so this is the value of y of n we'll get here. So I think you got some idea how to solve the problems. So right. So this is 3 by 4 is 0.7. Even you can, this condition can be replaced in terms of the u of n, you can do replace here. U of n, because you know, so we know that u of n is nothing but it is 1 from 0 is less than n is less than infinity. So this is taking the value n is greater than 0. N is greater than 0 means we can take 0 is less than n is less than infinity, we can write here. So I can replace this condition because u of n is equal to 0 for n is less than 0. Okay, so we can combine this condition with this one. We can write y of n is equal to, we can write like this also. So it is 4 into u of n, that u of n will be reflected as the condition here, into 1 minus 3 by 4 is, if you want 3 by 4, like you can include 3 by 4 to the power of n plus 1, you can write here. This one also you could include here. You can replace the condition in terms of the unit step function, what we are written here. So like this, you can express the things in terms of the elementary signals like this. Done? Okay. So any doubts? Everyone understood?
Yes, sir.
So what about others? If you have any doubts, you can ask me.
Understood, sir.
Yeah. So take the next problem. X of n is equal to u of n and h of n is equal to u of n minus 3. Okay, so find y of n is equal to x of n convolution with h of n. So right, find convolution of this one. So now let us write the convolution formula. So this is among these two, this one is the simplest one here. This one is the simplest one. So we can write the formula.
Sir, you're muted, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. So x of k into h of n minus k, x of k into h of n minus k. Okay, so I'm going to introduce the shift in the simplest one. So better you can make it as okay. So you can apply the commutative property of the convolution. So I'll prove the commutative property. It is going to satisfy three properties: commutative, associative, and the distributive. So I'll prove after the problems. I'll prove this one. So once we complete all the problems. Okay. So here h of n is given. We want h of k. So h of k is nothing but u of k minus 3. Okay, so this will be equal to 1 for k is greater than or equal to 3. We can write like this also. Next one is x of k. So the x of k is nothing but u of k. Okay, so I'm going to write x of k as u of k. So another method we can solve instead of the graphical method, we can solve it in another mathematical method also we can solve, but I'll not teach that method to you. Why? Because no. So if I'm going to teach that method to you, this graphical method will get confused there here. Okay, so graphical method will get confused. So that's why better thing is let's go for the graphical method. We can plot the waveforms and easily we can get the solution. Easily we can get it here. You can do by mathematical method also. You can do it here, but sometimes it will be confusing and you'll be getting confused. Once if you addict to the mathematical method, going for the graphical method, it will become bit. You'll feel some difficulty in going for that one here. That's why I'm not going to teach the mathematical method how we can solve without drawing the waveforms. Okay, so just I'm going to avoid that method because in some textbooks they're given the mathematical method also they're given, but I feel the graphical method is okay. If you are okay with the graphical method, it will be easy for you to solve any kind of problems without waveforms. Sorry, without mathematical method, easily you can solve it in the graphical method. Okay, so I'll not teach the mathematical method. I will avoid that one for this reason. Okay, so right. Okay, so x of k is equal to u of k. We want x of n minus k. We want here, that is nothing but u of n minus k. Okay, so first I'll plot the waveform for the u of k. Like we did in the previous problem, I'll draw it here. So in order to get in the first step, I'm going to plot x of k. So which is nothing but it is u of k. So I'll plot it here. So from 0 k is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be starting here. Okay, so it is the value x of k. It is having the magnitude 1 will be there. 1. Next in the second step, I'm going to find out x of k plus n, which is nothing but u of k plus n. We are going to shift the sequence towards the left side by 1 unit here. Sorry, n units. So the sequence will become like this. At n is equal to, so like this. Okay, so this is minus n because it is shifting towards that one. So x of k plus n. So right. Next in the third step, I'm going to plot x of minus k plus n. This is also equal to the x of n minus k. When you take the reflection, the sequence will become like this. Since I don't know the value of n, so just I'm going to make this one as x of n minus k. Okay, so the value of n will be somewhere here. Okay, so if you are going to put the dots, it indicates that it's a continuous one. So n, and this will be minus k toward the negative axis. It is going to reflect here. So this is the sequence x of n minus k. So right. So this one we got x of n minus k. We got here easily. We got in the 3 steps we got here. So x of k I written. Next x of k plus n I written. Next x of n minus k we written. So x of k first we are written in terms of u of k. It is equal to 1 from 0 is less than k is less than infinity. Okay, and 0 otherwise. 0 otherwise. Next we have taken the reflection. When I take the reflection, so sorry, I took the shifting here. We got like this. Then we take the reflection here. So next one is we want h of k, which is nothing but h of k, which is nothing but u of the value of h of k. It is given as u of n minus 3. So we can write as u of k minus 3. U of k minus 3 means the sequence is getting started from k is equal to the 3. It is getting started here. So this is h of k. From k is equal to 3, it is going to start here. Up to the infinity, it will be there. So k is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on will be there. So this is having the value 1 year. Okay, so I'm going to indicate like this here. So this is the thing, but this corresponding amplitude here. If I'm going to indicate with the circle like this, so that means that the signal will be there at the n is equal to 0. It will be there if I'm going to indicate with the circle. I hope that you understood the concept here of indication. So this hyphen I'm going to indicate means it's a corresponding amplitude. If I'm going to indicate the circle, the sample is present at this location also. Okay, now I written x of n minus k, I written the h of k. So can you tell me the possible cases? So case 1, what is the possible case? What's the value of n here? What is the value of n? Yes.
Then 0, sir.
Less than. Can I get the answer? What is the value of n? So first is non-overlapping case here. Non-overlapping case is nothing but the first signal it is going to start from 3. Okay, so we need to take the case that n is less than the first sample value we need to take here. N is less than the first time index sample value we need to take here. So n is less than 3 we're supposed to take here. Okay, so getting it right, not always 0, but where actually the other sequence is going to start, for that one we need to take here. Getting the concept right? You're getting the concept now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, first case is it is less than the first sample time index here. So case 1 is when n is less than the 3 here. When n is less than c, so there is no overlapping. There is no overlapping. There is no overlapping. Therefore, y of n is equal to 0 for n is less than 3. Less than 3. Done, everyone? Understood? So for each and every problem, I am asking many times. If you have any doubts, you can ask now itself. Don't carry forward the doubts, because this is pakka 10 marks question will be there in the exam, main exam. Any one problem will come based on the waveforms here. So if you have any doubts, clarify now itself. So just I am in the some 13th problem I am here, 11th problem I am there. So still we have some more 20 to 30 problems on there of this graphical method, not on any other method. So graphical method only we have some 30-40 problems on there. Got it? Next, case 2. What's the value of the case 2? What's the value of the case 2?
Greater than or equals to 3.
Yeah, greater than or equal to 3. So when n is greater than or equal to 3, very good. So I'll plot the waveforms here. I'll plot first x of k. Next I'm going to plot the, first I'm going to plot, I think I reflected, okay, correct now, yeah. First I'm going to plot h of k. Next I'm going to plot with the x of n minus k I'm going to plot here. So h of k I'm going to plot here. Okay, so this is h of k, which is going to start from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that, up to the infinity. So this is a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like this it will go. Okay, so it is going to start from 3. So the corresponding amplitude is 1. Next, I'm going to plot for the x of n minus k. X of n minus k means, so this signal will be shifted towards the, okay, so right side by n units. So when I'm going to shift towards the n units, the waveform will be something like this. So this is 3 and this is somewhere n here. So this is somewhere n, you can assume here. Okay, so and the waveform will be keeps like coming like this. Okay, so this is x of n minus k. So this is 3, 2, 1, 0. When I take the product of these two, so this is value is 1 here. When you take the product of this one, so overlapping region is from where to where it is getting overlapped here. So when I take the product of h of k into x of n minus k, so from where to where it is getting overlapped?
3 to n, sir.
3 to n, very good, excellent. So from 3 to n, it is getting overlapped here. So we don't know what's the value of n. That's why I'm going to indicate with the dotted lines n here. So this is k. This is the product of that one. The corresponding amplitude will be equal to 1 here. So we can say, so y of n will become equal to summation. Okay, k is equal to 3 because the starting index is 3 here. Up to the n, it is getting overlapped here. My product of this one is, this is having the value 1 and this is also having the value 1 here. So we know the sum of finite terms formula. So k is equal to 3 to n. So we have formula. So what's the formula? I given the formula, right? Can you tell me, anybody tell me the formula? We are given the list of the formulas in the module 1. Right? Can I get the formula? What's the value you're going to get here? So I'm going to add from 3 to n. Suppose the formula is like this: summation, if it is starting from 0 to the n of 1. Okay, so 0 to n of 1. Okay, so this will become equal to the, so it is n plus 1, n plus 1. Okay, suppose if n is equal to n0 to n is there of 1, so this will become n plus 1 minus n0 will get here. Correct now? N plus 1 minus n0. Correct, right? Correct, Alva. N plus 1 minus n0 will get here. So this is the limit. So it is n plus 1 minus 3. So this value will become n minus 2 will get here. For the case n is greater than or equal to 3. N is greater than or equal to 3 here. Done. So these are a set of formulas we have just given in the class. Done. Any doubts? Now let us summarize the value of y of n. So I'm not getting whether you people are able to understand or not. Okay, whether you are following or not, I am not getting. So this is 0 for n is less than 3, and this is equal to the n minus 2 for n is greater than or equal to 3. N is greater than or equal to 3. So we can express this one in terms of the unit step function. Also we can express here. This is n is greater than or equal to 3, or else I can write as 3 is less than or equal to n is less than infinity. So can anybody tell me how we can express in terms of the unit step function? How we can express in terms of the unit step function? So n is greater than 3. So we know that u of n is nothing but it is 1 for n is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so n is greater than or equal to 0 since n is there here. If I want n is greater than or equal to 3, I want the corresponding unit step function means. So what we can do is send n this side here. So it has become n minus 3. Send n this towards the LHS part. Put the unit step function. It has become u of n minus 3 here. Correct now? Correct. Is it correct? Is it correct? If you are not going to ask or if you are not going to reply now, okay, when you are solving the problem, you need to scratch your head, you need to scribble. Okay, so